this is the key point. So did you guys see that? The main Titan was just killed by a well-placed force field. That was the biggest problem with Kebn's strategy, is that to feed, he was constantly having to come farther into my base. Now, that's a bit of a problem, because especially with a sentry, it means if you get too low on health, too long, you're going to get trapped. You're just going to. It's going to trap you, and it's going to kill you. And that's going to be the end of it. So, ooh, that was controlled by the shot there. But anyway, so that's another reason why I like having the DT. The DTs, yes, they're relatively useless, but in such a scenario when you really want to snipe minis, snipe the Titan, they're really awesome. The occasional lucky critical hit is just such an enormous boon that it's so worth it. I don't know why he used Assassin's Trap there. I would have waited until I was already attacking him to do it, but whatever. Okay, sorry, yawning. Okay. Anyway, so Kebn is no longer in a very good position. He lost his main fight. He has level 4 Immortal Mini and 2 level 5 Ultras. So, he's not completely horribly off, but the fact is now I have gold. I'm not exploiting this fact because I have no wood. I mean, I have 500 something, 600 gold left. I mean, 600 wood left, and I'm remaking my workers. So Kebn could start nuking here to try and, pick up some EXP for his Immortal. The thing is, his Ultras are built for siege. They don't have a nuke. So, his Immortal is really all he has to work with, but then he nukes the DT, loses his Immortal, and then fails to kill the DT. By this point, it's pretty much GG, because there's really not much he can do. Yes, he's got us trapped in here, but the thing is we don't need to leave. He has nothing that can nuke. He has only 2 level 5 Ultralisks, and I am fully golded with plenty of wood because of that kill. So, he's in a really bad position. I don't honestly see what he can do. So, I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit, because there's not much else for us to look at here. So, yeah, I mean, this is really the end of it. There's not much that Kebn can do. He's 15 gold. He can just kind of try and all-in us, but again, the force field teleports back, yeah, but, and that was a really good teleport, by the way, very, very good teleport, but because of the sentry and his force fields and his, white noise, even though he doesn't have any gold, he's still a complete and total force to be reckoned with. It's just, there's not much you can do in a situation like this as Titan. It's really like having camped the whole game and just suddenly having an entirely fully golded base staring you down the face. It's just not good at all. So here we go. Kebn does manage to pull out in time. I think that changeling could have gone after him. But nope, there we go. Okay, he is now healed. So this is the end of it. There's nothing that Kebn can do. He's trying to heal himself back up and get ready to go in again. But the fact is, the sentry isn't even bothering rewalling, and that's really a good thing, honestly. There's just no point. So he loses one Ultra, he loses the other one, and that's the end of it. That's over. So, the one last thing I would like to point out about this game was in my base, okay? So, I chose to wall in a tad of an odd way. I walled in a reverse arrow formation as a moderately early base. It wasn't a late base, but it wasn't an early base either. It was a mid-game base. And now, this is not a good idea if you're going to early base as a Marine. You don't want a wall like this unless you have a dedicated waller. Like, if I had had this sentry walling from me from the very beginning, I could have afforded to wall like this, because then I could have just made just turrets, and that would have been a deadly, deadly, deadly early base. But what most people do when they're single basing as a Marine and doing an early base is they'll only do 5 walls. They'll do one there, one there, one there, and one there. But the thing about that is when Kebn's main Titan had been coming in, he would have just bowled his way right through that. It would have just gone right through and gone right through the turrets if he had all in with all of his units. Now, what I did, this later game wall, really doesn't suit the Marine well as a unit, but I still do it anyway, because I'm a player who really likes to play into the late game. I really, really, really don't like early bases. I feel like they're not very strong, not very secure, unless you're on a team that you know is not going to heavily feed or completely fail in some way, shape, or form. So, early bases are good. Don't get me wrong. They're very, very good, and I think they're something that everyone should try at least once, and probably even work on perfecting. But I am a person who much prefers the late base. Alright, guys. So, with those words, I'm going to leave you guys. Hope you have a nice night, day, weekend, whatever time it is when I happen to be saying this. Alright? Rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there are any other games I should play, any other games I should cast. If there are, send me a link, send me a download, and I'll see what I can do about it. Alright, peace.